I'm going to show you how to bind this quilt that we did last week. So what I generally always do is attach my quilt binding on the front side of the quilt. So wherever you've got the pattern on, I always attach it to the front, and then I will hand bind round to the back because it always looks more professional whenever we have that kind of binding done like that. I've also got videos on how to create a binding and how to get it to this stage, and I am now going to show you how to hand sew the binding to the back of this quilt. Any of the supplies that I use, I will link in the description box down below. I have an Amazon store, and obviously I get a small commission from that if you choose to get anything from the links that you click on. So I always use these wonder clips, and I have wonder clips clipped all the way around my quilt, especially on the corners, because I like to get a nice corner going here. I use these nice sharp hand needles and also just a regular polyester thread. I will pull a strip of my thread and cut it off. I don't like to do it too long because of the fact that sometimes it gets knotted up. So, and then I will thread that through the eye of the needle. You're going to tie a knot into the end of your thread, and don't double loop. I just have a single strand of thread going here. I don't do double, and just have a nice kind of tail going on at the top here with your needle, and then we are ready to start. I always find it easier to have my quilt, the binding to the left, and then all the rest of my quilt to the right hand side of me. That's just how I work. And right at the very corner here, I am going to create a secure knot with the thread. So I'm just going to start it off. So I've gone back through once. I'm going to go back through again for a second time. And then I'll go back through a third time. And on the third time, before we pull it all the way through, you're going to place your needle inside that hoop and create a knot. And there you go, that's going nowhere. You see these threads here? These are the threads that we secured the front side of our binding to. So you want that binding to overlap all of them threads because you don't want that stitch mark to show. I've just put that wonder clip right at the start here. So what you're basically going to do is you're going to take a stitch through your binding, but you're going to kind of do it through the center. See that? And you're going to pull it through. And then when you come back through, you're kind of going to do a back stitch. You're going to go through the back of your quilt, but you're not going all the way through. And then as you come back through, you're going to catch the binding either from the behind of the binding or right in the center of it, and you're going to come back through and pull. So that catches everything, and you won't be able to see, or only slightly you might see the thread. So I'm going to do that again. Just catch a little bit of the quilt back in, and then a little bit of the binding. When you catch the binding, you just want to catch either the reverse of it or right at the back. Because you just want to avoid seeing them stitches. And it's really that simple. So you just move your wonder clip and then you keep catching. It'll probably take me about 2 hours to do this, but the great thing is that you hardly see the stitches, and it's really worth taking the time and effort to do it this way rather than doing it via a machine. It looks so much nicer. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe. I make videos every single Wednesday, and I think I've got at least just under 300 videos now. So there's going to be a video on my channel that you are going to enjoy just as much as this one. I think you guys have got this. Let me know. Do you do your hand binding, or would you like to do your hand binding? It's really easy and it's very therapeutic. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Bye guys.